All right, guys. So a few days ago, I went to Cabelas, and the only reason why I went there is because I was looking for primers, and nobody in my area had the primers I wanted. And Cabelas is like my last resort. I mean, I treat Cabelas like Walmart. I don't go in there unless I have to, and I don't go in there unless I have to buy something that I can't buy online. And if you guys are familiar with ordering powder or primers, you got to pay a hazmat fee. So unless you're ordering like in a bulk package, ordering 1,000 primers is going to cost you $40 in hazmat fees on top of your shipping costs. So that's the only reason why I go to a store and actually buy primers and powder. Uh, so I went to Cabela's, and I used to really like going there. I mean, I used to go there a lot. It's about 40-minute drive from where I live, and there's another store past Cabela's that I go to. Um, and I went there, and they were out of a lot of stuff, and they're usually really reasonably priced. And they didn't have any, and neither did some of the surrounding stores I go to. They didn't have any powder, or not powder, but primers. I found some powder I wanted, though. I did find some powder, so that was a bonus. But I found it at a different store. Cabela's, their powder section, the selection they have is really crappy. I mean, for being a giant retail store like that, they should really have everything. It's pretty sad when another chain store has a better selection than they do. I mean, that's really sad. But anyway, so I get there. It's really crowded. It was on a Saturday, and when I got there, I went over to the reloading section. I've never bought primers from Cabela's before, or powder. They usually don't have the powder I want anyway. And so I'm looking for stuff, and I'm looking for primers. I keep finding the powder, reloading dies, reloading equipment. I'm like, dude, where are the freaking primers? I'm like, the primer should be right next to the powder. No primers. So I go up to this guy at the counter who's on his phone, and I'm just like, hey, man, real quick, can you tell me where the primers are? And he just like puts up this thing, like, wait a second. I'm just like, okay. And then he just tells me to go talk to a lady further down. He's like, hey, she can help you down there. The primers are down there. I'm like, okay. So I go to the lady, and she gives me the primers, and they're behind the counter. I'm like, why is there not a sign over by your powder that says primers are behind the counter, the gun counter? That would have saved me a few minutes of walking around like an idiot trying to find primers. So that for me already irked me. I'm like, hello, Cabela's, put up a sign at your powder that says primers are behind the gun counter, so I don't look like an idiot and have to walk around. So, so anyway, I get my primers, and my wife was with me, and we're just looking around, and everything we see there is overpriced. I mean, like I said, anything that they have that I can buy online is already cheaper than in the store. There was a Columbia jacket. They wanted, what was it, like $170 somewhere in there for the jacket, and I found it on Amazon for $130 with free shipping. You know, I mean, come on. Of course I'm going to go buy the one online. I mean, $40 difference, $40. That's $40, dude. That's a tank of gas, you know? So, yeah, I want to go buy it online. People say, yo, support your local stores. I'm like, Cabela's, I don't feel like it's a local store. That's not a mom and pop store. That's just like Walmart, you know? I'll just buy it somewhere else. It's not a big deal. Cabela's used to be cheap. You know, they used to be affordable, and you could buy stuff there, and it was actually like worth going there. But now, to me, it's not. Anyway, my troubles don't stop there. So we're just looking around, and what we would do is we would find stuff we would like and try it on to see what size we need, and then just go buy it online. So that's what we would do. And sometimes with the Cabela's, their gun selection, they're not too bad on the prices. But I can still find better deals if I call around to the smaller shops. They can usually beat them by $10 to $20 in price. So I'll just order at my local mom and pop gun store. So anyway, I take my 1,000 primers, and I go to checkout. There's a lot. The lines were pretty long. I mean, there's a lot of people there checking out, and you know how it is. They only got a couple registers open. Well, I'm in this line, and there's like two people ahead of me, and then there's a family in front of me, and then two people ahead of them. So I got this family in front of me. They're buying like kayaking equipment or something, and they get to the register, and they're like complaining about how there's a kayak outside that's priced different than what it is in the ad. And so this is taking forever. I mean, I've already been waiting in line now for about 12 minutes, and I'm already getting pretty frustrated. So I'm sitting there waiting. I waited about another 5 minutes. I'm just like, screw this. I'm getting a different line. This is going to take forever. I mean, this guy's on the phone. He's talking to people. He's trying to find names and numbers of who to talk to about this price, the price difference in the ad versus the one outside. And so I get in this other line, and the guy in front of me, they're having some problems with their grandson's gift card. It's just, I don't know what the problem was. It just wasn't reading right, or the amount was wrong, and they were complaining about it. And I'm just like, holy crap. So here we go again. It took about another 10, 12 minutes for them to get done. So I've already been in line about a half hour. And I'm just like, this is bullshit. And as soon as they get done with this gift card fiasco, as soon as I get up there and put my 1,000 primers up on the register, the guy starts walking away. And I'm like, screw this. I'm saying something. I was like, hey. It's like, where are you going? I was like, I want to buy this. I was like, you just open up and leave? I've been in line now for a half hour. I was like, this is ridiculous. And the guy just said, oh, 1 minute, and kept walking away. And then the guy behind me said something too. He said something to the guy like, this is bullshit. You know, he's pissed off too. And so I'm talking to him about how this is stupid, and how if I could go online and buy these primers, I would, and how this store has just become, crappy customer service. And the guy went and he went to go get receipt paper. I'm like, if he would have told me, I was like, hey, I gotta get receipt paper. I'll be right back. I would have cooled my tits, man. I would have cooled down. I'd be like, all right, he needs receipt paper. He's coming right back. But no, he just walked away. And yeah, you're gonna be pissed off because you've been in line for a half hour. Well, he came back. He said sorry or something, and I told him, I was like, well, you guys need to hire more people, man. And he's like, well, we're just really understaffed here. And I told him flat out, I was like, that's not my problem. That's exactly what I said. And then we didn't speak for the rest of the transaction. And I just took my stuff and left after I paid him. But my thought is, Cabelas, why don't you guys get a self-checkout stand? Get 4 little self-checkouts, have one cashier overseeing these self-checkouts, so I don't have to stand behind the guy with the gift card or the guy buying the kayak. I don't have to stand there like an idiot while these guys may take 15, 20 minutes on their transaction. It's like, yeah, I don't like self-checkout, but I would gladly go to self-checkout just to buy 1 or 2 things, just to hurry up, get in and get out, And, I did tell the cashier the same thing I told the other guy. I was like, if I could buy these online, I would, except for that stupid hazmat fee. That's what I told him that too. So that's what I'm saying is, why can't Cabelas get a self-checkout line or something? I know, like I said, it's kind of a catch-22 because you're ringing up your own stuff and blah, blah, blah. But I would rather do that. It'd be a lot faster to get in and get out. But I'm sick of these retail stores where they have like 20 registers, only like 2 open. You know what I'm saying? So that's my rant of the day. This was just like, this happened to me like a couple days ago. But have you guys had any experiences like that at stores? Where it's just a zoo. I mean, it's a flipping zoo to go in these retail stores and try to buy a couple things. I do a lot of shopping online. Yeah, I buy most of my clothes and gear. I mostly buy it online. I just wish I could buy powder and bullets, or not powder, but yeah, powder and primers online, not bullets. I can order those. It's just with the hazmat fee, you just gotta buy a ton of it, and I don't need to buy a ton of it. So anyway, I'd really like to hear you guys' thoughts and opinions on your experiences, even if it's not with Cabelas, but with maybe a retail store like Walmart or something. Walmart's another crazy place. I only go to Walmart at like 1 in the morning. There's like nobody there, and I can get in and get out, and that's not too bad. I mean, yeah, you're going at tweaker hour, so you got some weird crackheads and tweakers, but usually they keep to themselves. My buddy and I, we went to Walmart the other day, and I had to buy some shotgun shells because I do the cowboy action shooting. I shoot the 12 gauge. And the cheapest shells are those bulk packs that they have. And I went all the way back to Sporting Goods, picked up 2 boxes of those. There's some guy back there being all shady. And my buddy's like, yeah, that guy's going to steal shit. So, but it was, we got in and got out, and it was nice to go in there. And it was probably about midnight when we went down there. So, But yeah, it's cheapest place to buy shotgun shells. That's why I went there. Otherwise, I wouldn't go. If I could buy those at somewhere else at the same price, I would. Anyway, guys, I'm rambling on long enough, so I want to get off here. But let me know your guys' stories about these retail stores and how just the customer service has gone down the hill. I mean, it's gone to crap. Until next time, guys, take it easy.